Okay, the only reason why I have this uniform is because I currently work for a DSP that's contracted by Amazon. And the only reason why I'm right here right now making this video is because I don't have a route for today. I was put on standby by my DSP. And I'm just gonna give my advice about the job in general. And hopefully this advice helps you out if you're possibly looking to be a um, Amazon delivery driver for a DSP. So I started this job probably about like a month ago, and I'm still learning things as I go. One of the first things that I've learned is that each DSP is different, meaning some DSPs don't have certain benefits, while other DSPs have other benefits. So the DSP that I luckily signed up for has a 401k benefit, which is important to me because I'm not getting younger, I'm getting older. And the only reason why I've decided to work for this DSP is because of that 401k benefit, because my other job that I still have, and my advice right here is if you still have a if you are looking for another opportunity and you had a job that wasn't working out because you weren't getting the hours that you were expecting you was going to get, and then on top of that they weren't offering the 401k benefit or whatever, don't quit that job until you have something else lined up. Or don't quit that job because you might not want to put your eggs in that one basket with this new job that you have, because you might not get the hours over there. So basically what I'm saying is don't have your eggs all in one basket type of thing. So I'm lucky enough to still have my FedEx ground job, which I do part-time, and this Amazon DSP job that I'm doing supposedly is a full-time gig, but that only happens if you're able if your dispatch has enough routes for you to be able to work on those 4 days that you're on the schedule type of thing. So I've learned that really quick. All right, so the routes can be in different areas. You can be delivering to residential areas, which I kind of enjoy, because if it's just straightforward, you're going to house to house to house to house. And then also you can have routes where you're making deliveries to actual businesses, hotels, let's see, apartments. And in my opinion, apartments are the worst. Are the worst. Let me reiterate that. Are the worst. Because in some apartments you have they can be numbered oddly. They can have a third party locker. It's just a nightmare type of thing. And another thing that I realized is that the Amazon Flex app that you use can sometimes be kind of jinky, meaning that it don't want to work right. It don't want to work right, let's say 7 times out of 10 type of thing. And a prime example is last week on Saturday when I had a route. I was looking at the Amazon Flex app, and I was looking, it's saying I'm in the right area, but I'm walking to this area, it's not right. And then I'm like, what's going on here type of thing. So I called dispatch, and then they told me to use my Google Maps on my phone to see if I'm in the correct area. Okay, so I used Google Maps on my phone, and it basically told me I was 6 minutes away from where I needed to be. So basically, by using the Amazon Flex app, I was in the wrong area. And my complaint is, it's okay, we're working for a multi-billion-dollar company, and they can't get their technology fixed. They can't get it working right to where you don't have issues like that. I mean, come on. And another thing that I've learned is that they might say you get two 15-minute breaks and 30-minute lunch. Those two 15-minute breaks are paid for. But let's put it like this. If you have 136 stops and 200 and some packages. If you take those breaks, that's gonna put you behind your pace. And Amazon's all about getting packages delivered on pace, because on the Amazon Flex app it tells you how far away the next stop is, type of thing. So they're basically timing you and everything. So I would advise if you're trying to take your break or whatever, try to get half of your route done before you even attempt to take a break, type of thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. I would just work straight through, and whatever you're gonna eat, make sure it's something like a Nutri-Green bar, or one of those energy bars, and eat that on the go as you're going and everything. And also try to make sure you're hydrated and stuff. And look on your itinerary on your Amazon Flex app to see if there's a stop in there where you can possibly go to the restroom, type of thing. Because I'm gonna be honest, that pissing in a bottle thing, that's actually a thing. That is a thing. That is not something that I've seen a number of people do Amazon delivery driver videos and talk about pissing in bottles, and that's actually a thing. Because I'm gonna be honest, if you're trying to stay on your pace and deliver these packages, and you get a route that don't necessarily have a restroom anywhere around it, whatever, I'm gonna say you're gonna do what you're gonna do, type of thing. And I'll leave it at that with that. But the other thing that I also noticed is that the job has a high turnover rate. I mean, today when I went out there to my DSP to start my work week, I saw a whole slew full of new people that I ain't seen before, type of thing. And I'm like, that's why Amazon, even though you're hired by a third party contractor, that's why they run through workers and everything. Because I'll be honest, the job is not for everybody. I mean, I'll put it like this: you're getting in and out of the van constantly, and you have to do 3 points of contact so you don't mess up your leg or twist the ankle or anything like that. And I mean, you're constantly getting out of that van, because those stops are if you're on a route and you have what they call it, they give you these totes that you have to scan, and in the totes you have the packages that you deliver, and them stops could be a minute apart from each other. So it's not like you're driving. It's not the stops are 5 or 4 minutes apart from each other. They're a minute or 2 minute type of thing. So you're constantly in and out of that van, type of thing. And every time you about to make a stop and you turn the ignition on that van, that surveillance, that AI is watching you. But you kind of get used to that after a while. You kind of it is what it is, type of thing. But always make sure you have your seatbelt on every time you turn that vehicle on. You always gotta make sure your seatbelt is on, type of thing, because they are watching you. And if you don't have your seatbelt on, you'll get flagged for that, type of thing. And another thing, you gotta watch your speed too. You can't be just flying down the road, type of thing. You gotta follow the speed limit. And another thing that I've also noticed while doing this job is that if the light turns yellow, don't try to beat the light. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. And out of the 2 vans that I've been driving are the XL van and the CDV van. Now I've noticed that out of those 2 vans, I like the XL van because it has a radio in it, and it's a little bit more easier to maneuver than the CDV van, because the CDV van has a wider back, and that kind of makes it tough to navigate tight turns or whatever. So my advice, and I've learned this quickly, is if you're delivering in a let's say a townhome area or an apartment complex area, and they have tight turns or whatever, and there's cars parked on the side and everything like that, best bet is to park the CDV van in an area where you won't have to worry about having to do a whole lot of maneuvering and everything. And my advice is like park that van there, and then just walk them packages to the area you need to deliver those packages to, and everything. But I mean, I mean, the job isn't hard. It's not hard, but it's not for everybody. I mean, you'll get your steps in for real. For real, you'll get your steps in because you'll be doing a whole lot of walking, a whole lot of getting in and out of that van and everything. And and the time goes by fast. I mean, it goes by fast because you realize as you're doing delivery after delivery or whatever. Next thing you know, you look up and half of the day is gone, type of thing. And then by the time you know it, it's like dark. And hopefully by the time it get dark, you about done your route and everything. Yeah, and then if you're also part of DSP, it's supposed to be like a team unit. So like if you're kind of behind or whatever, the dispatchers see like you're kind of behind a little bit, and then they'll like send out a rescue for you. But like the rule of thumb is like try to get your route done, so you won't have to have to be rescued and everything. But my main thing for making this video is just basically to say like don't put all your eggs in one basket, type of thing. Because I'm glad that I still have my other job besides like just putting all my eggs in this one Amazon basket. Because I'm like this. The first week that I was working and I was like new or whatever, I was getting routes. Like I was getting routes. I was like working like whole 3 days or whatever and like bringing home $400 and some and anything. But as the weeks went by, whatever, and changes started happening with the DSP that I was working for or whatever, started getting less routes because Amazon, who is our employer, decided they wanted to make a couple of changes and everything. So I'm like, that's why I'm glad that I can make up this time that I'm losing at this Amazon delivery job, pick it up at my other job so I can still having some income coming in, type of thing. Yeah, so I just wanted to get on here and just give my little advice about if you're interested in doing Amazon delivery driving for DSP. So with that being said, y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later. Bye.